back to Fast Money. The Bitcoin bloodbath continues with the cryptocurrency dipping below 8,000 earlier today, and that had Bitcoin investors doing this. It's actual footage, by the way. In the midst of the mass hysteria you see there, it wasn't just Bitcoin getting bashed. At one point, the global cryptocurrency market lost over $100 billion in just 24 hours leading into this morning. Bitcoin may have lost a whopping $40 billion in market cap this week, but during that time, Ripple has tanked 30%, lost $15 billion in market cap, while Ethereum and Litecoin also fell 13 and 26%. They lost 13 and $3 billion in market cap, respectively. Now, all eyes are now on one event happening next week. Our very own BK will tell us what that is and why you should be watching. Time for another crypto class with Beeks.
Yeah, so let's do it. I mean, next week we've got a big event here in the U.S. We've talked a lot about the regulatory pressures that have come from South Korea and from China and other places, but we've got something coming up in the U.S. that I think could be a big event for us. So on February 6th, the Senate Banking Committee is having a meeting, and they're going to be talking about what the regulatory oversight role of the SEC and the CFTC should be when it comes to cryptocurrencies and virtual currencies. So it actually could, the bullish part of this is it could give some regulatory clarity. One of the biggest problems we've had in this market is institutional investors don't know where exactly they stand regulatory-wise. What can they do? What can't they do? Because no one agency has really said this is our domain, and there's not one overarching regulatory scheme. So this could be a green light for institutional investors. Once you get that regulatory clarity and we can start to think about what's going on here, and in particular, when you've seen the regulations trying to stamp out Bitcoin in other places, here in the U.S. could be a Bitcoin hub. So let's just take a look at the chart real quick and what we're looking at. Talked about that big drop today. Here's what's interesting. Look at that breakout point back in November. Dan Nathan, he's going to be on the show right after this. He talked to me about that earlier this week. We went right down to about 7,900 this morning. So really interesting technical point coupled with a catalyst next week, to me, is probably a pretty interesting risk reward to start nibbling at Bitcoin here.
Hey, Brian, do you think
So I'm going to agree with them. Like I said, if you've been waiting to buy in, I think this is one of the best times to take advantage of the market. Obviously, I wouldn't put all your money into one buy. I myself personally have leveled buys down to 2,000, and I'm definitely putting in a large amount of money because I'm very, very bullish on the market. I think that there will be a recovery. When, I don't think it's going to be right away, but easily in 3 to 6 months, this market will not be, I don't think it'll be under 500 billion. I think, even the peak of 800 billion, I think we're going to pass that easily in this year, 2018. It's going to be much higher, maybe $1 trillion. I am very confident. So I'm very, very excited to be able to buy this dip. I have set my buys as low as 2,000. So, if it does go down to 2,000, I'll be buying Bitcoin. But, it's all crypto carnage right now, and it's pretty crazy, but this is the time you want to be buying. You want to be taking advantage of it. And that regulatory meeting is going to be good for cryptocurrencies. And like I said, if institutional money is going to come in and you see ETFs, the sky's the limit. I think it's going to easily break that $1 trillion market cap I was talking about in 2018. Only time will tell, but once again, I'm very bullish. I'm definitely doing what Warren Buffett said, be greedy when others are fearful. And I did an okay job of being fearful when other people were greedy. I didn't buy that much. I am guilty at buying Bitcoin at like 1,500, but not, my average buy is closer to under 10,000. So I'm still doing fine with my Bitcoin, and I plan on making my average buy even lower if Bitcoin continues to drop. I'll be putting in more and more money into my GDAX and my other fiat accounts, Coinbase, Kraken, and just picking up Bitcoin at a discount. Let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel. Let me know what your comments are. Would love to hear from you guys.